And we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the eighth episode of the Crypto Bull. Today, we are going to analyze the cryptocurrency project called Nano. This has been established, consensus has been reached through a poll that I posted on Twitter. I'm going to start sharing my screen here. Here we go. This is the poll. As you can see, Nano won with a big margin, about 84% of the 557 votes were in. Got a lot of feedback from you guys, a lot of comments here. There were a few people who mentioned a few topics I should cover. Antoine de la Porre, I liked the reference here. Now, technically, I prefer to approach a coin I do not immediately know something about. So the technical analysis is actually a discovery project for myself. Most of the coins that I put up in for technical analysis in the poll here actually is with the intention for me to explore them, but letting others know how I go about it. Now, how will I start analyzing technically these coins? Well, the coin of today being Nano. Well, for that, I'm going to refer towards my course, the Crypto Bull. Generally, this course is about trading cryptocurrency. Going to see, yeah, okay. So technically, this is about trading cryptocurrencies, but there's a special dedicated page. Sorry, that one popped up. A special dedicated page within my course on how to recognize good projects. Within it, I give a few pointers, golden rules, standards by which you can deduce if a project is good enough. So I'm going to show you guys the intro. So this is the Crypto Bull itself, the book itself, the course I have for sale. For those who are interested, it's available on Gumroad. You can see it here on screen. Pause the video, write it down if you're interested, or link is down below. Anyway, so Crypto Bull, and on this page, where to invest, I give the pointers on how we are going to approach this project. So where to invest, you can pause and read the entire page. Me, I'm going to apply directly the golden rules here. So what am I going to do? I'm going to look up its historical value. I want the graph of its historical value resembling something akin to the one mentioned here on screen. So an upward trend. This preferably on a weekly, monthly, or yearly basis. Even better on its max basis. It implies it is a good coin with a rising amount of adoption, and getting into the mainstream. Secondly, I'm going to take a look at the community and dedicated websites, the newsrooms and hashtags concerning the cryptocurrency. It's indicated here. Why? Well, a healthy cryptocurrency or project to invest in has an active community. I want to see daily or weekly updated news articles, which imply that the developers and the community is very active, that development is ongoing, that there's an interaction. Naturally, trending hashtags on a monthly or bi-monthly basis, more than 10,000 hashtags related to the cryptocurrency. This isn't so much a golden rule, but it implies there's a very active community behind it, and a community, well, no, simply active community. I'm going to keep it at that. Naturally, a modern, up-to-date website. Now, these are the rules I'm going to apply. Naturally, I will try to also deduce what the coin represents, what the underlying basis for why it has been developed is. So yeah, let's get to it. So, how do I start analyzing? Naturally, I go towards the site CoinGecko. Another site akin to it is CoinMarketCap. Now I'm getting used to CoinGecko here, so yeah. And we're going to research Nano. Placed number 104. What do we see here? Current value $5.03. Last 24 hours, it had an increase of 4.4%. Is about worth 0.00008905 BTC. suspecting this one is going to become a standard if the dollar keeps on falling like that. So what else do I see? I see here websites dedicated, nano.org, medium.com, which implies it has a dedicated Medium page. Explorers, NanoCrawler. That's already a very first good indication to me. By reason with previous projects that I analyzed, I immediately saw a Bitcoin Explorer, Explorer, meaning those aren't really coins, but moreover tokens which make use of, well, a primary blockchain, like making use of the Bitcoin blockchain or mostly the Ethereum blockchain. The fact that I see NanoCrawler here implies it has its own blockchain, that it has developed its own blockchain, making it already a solid project because it isn't reliant on another's project. So that's already great. Wallets, Ledger wallet, so hardware wallet. Communities, Reddit community, Twitter community, Facebook, Telegram, Discord, inbuilt chat, I believe, Bitcoin Talk. Source code available on GitHub, tags, cryptocurrency. So I'm assuming from the tag that it is going to be used a bit like Bitcoin, an alternative to Bitcoin, mainly as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. Anyway, so we're going to take a look at the graph here. Change in 1 hour, minus 0.1%, 24 hours, 4.3% increase. On a yearly basis, it has increased quite nice, almost a tenfold. Now, I see here the graph on a 24-hour basis. It looks very nice. Now, as mentioned in the crypto bull, I like to see the entire run. So what do we have here? Incepted probably somewhere July 15th, 2017. So a bit before or during the bull run of 2017 when Bitcoin hit 20K in price. You can see it here. A little bit of low value, but actually quite nice. I see 3 cents here in worth. Exploded towards 74. That's not right. Oh yeah, that's volume. Sorry, 30, about 31, 33. Went down in July 2018 as the bull run stopped. Remained stable at around between 0.5 and $1. And only currently, during this bull run, it managed to increase from $1 or slightly less towards its current value of $4 to $5. So already quite interesting. Generally, when I see something like this, it isn't a very good sign. By reason, many coins which were incepted in 2017 were actually riding on the tailcoats of the Bitcoin bull run. And tried to cash in on the success of other cryptocurrencies and, well, went down, became dead projects. However, this one kept on running, and considering the current bull run, I have the impression that somewhere here up until, what day is it? December 2018. So that part I should probably leave it be, perhaps bad timing, and should probably look starting from December or January 2019 up until now. So yearly basis, going to take a quick peek. So steady increase, especially since January. Let it had an uptick, 180, uptick, bull run, bullish. Last month, slightly bearish. If I take an average, its value is going down. Last 14 days, same here, 7 days, more or less stable. 24 hours back in an uptick. I remain in the middle here. It might be riding the wave, but it might also be the case something occurred here. Now, I have to admit, like I said, I prefer to analyze coins where I know nothing about. Now, the community was quite hyped, I must say, especially regarding the tweet and poll that I got. And yesterday, we were talking with my colleagues, where one of the guys actually had invested in Nano. Shared with me there was an event of some sort of spam attack. I tried to dodge a little bit the subject by reason that I want to find out today what's it all about. In the tweets, another guy mentioned it also together with the solution. I should cover it, so depending on how much time remains, I'll try to get deeper into it. Now I'm really going to keep it very, very general and just see what's it about, how it's performing, etc., etc. So, to conclude, when it concerns value, I dare not say too much. It is in an uptick, that I am presuming now. Uptick since January, or yeah, since November 2020 up until now. Is it because of the ongoing bull run? Probably, because during the in-between time period of January 2019 up until, well, let's say December 2020, well, not much has moved, and it has remained stable at a value of about $1-ish. Going to say, so I'm not entirely convinced on that part. Anyway, perhaps there are other forgiving factors, and probably there are a variety of other reasons why its value is as stable. Now, stable coins are also interesting, but yeah, that's another subject. So, exchanges available: DigiFinex, Kraken, that's correct. I have an account on Kraken. Binance, I know too, and OKX. So it's mostly DigiFinex, Kraken, and Binance where it is being mostly traded. 24-hour volume. Yeah. This one's interesting. About NanoCoin. So today is 502. Blah 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 blah. Generally, this one here is quite interesting to me. Circulating supply of 130 million nanocoins, max supply of 133. I like reading that one by reason all coins which have a limited market cap automatically become more valuable. Why? What drives the price of cryptocurrencies? It is the rarity and their scarcity. Um, Rarity is when a limited amount will only ever be made available. Scarcity refers towards the circulating supply, how much is locked and how much is in active movement depending on a certain time scale. So I can immediately deduce here 130 million nano coins circulating supply. Quite good. It implies, well, that's good, but I actually wanted to tell about 133 million. Sorry, my bad, little mistake there. Max supply of 133 million. It implies it is limited, so will increase in value over time as soon as, well, better mainstream adoption occurs. Now, very good. Nano, interested about Nano, low latency cryptocurrency built on an innovative block lattice data structure offering unlimited scalability and no transaction fees. This can be quite interesting. I'm going to assume, by reason there's a lack of transaction fees, that it probably will be making use somewhere like a proof of stake, so that there's well, no active mining involved. Well, not in traditional sense with a proof of work consensus protocol. So Nano by design is a simple protocol with sole purpose of being a high performance cryptocurrency. Okay. Can run on low power hardware, allowing to be practical decentralized cryptocurrency for everyday use. That's actually positive. I also am involved with another project. It isn't made available on CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, but those within the cryptocurrency, well, market cryptocurrency sphere or crypto Twitter will probably know about the PPI. It's also a cryptocurrency being developed by Stanford University. You can actually mine it through your smartphone. So I'm assuming if I'm reading this one, it will probably be alike, with the sole exception there's a limited amount, well, a max supply of 133 million coins, and it has been launched and has actual value. P in this case hasn't. So original Nano Railbox paper and first beta implementation were published in December 2014, so it's older than 2017. First direct acyclic graph. Okay, basic cryptocurrencies also begin to develop most of that combined by Toyota and NANO DDoS. Rugged block improving system performance. Yeah, achieves consensus via cumulative POE of stack transaction. Okay, this one I'm going to read out loud. Achieves consensus via a balance weighted vote on conflicting transactions. Okay, so probably proof of stake. This consensus system provides quicker, more deterministic transactions while still maintaining a strong decentralized system. Nano continues the development and positions itself as one of the highest performing cryptocurrencies. Well, actually, probably viewers watching this and hearing me state, yeah, that's proof of stake, probably will try to correct me and say, yeah, no, consensus system is slightly different. Now, for convenience sake, if I'm reading the about here, consensus via balance weighted vote on conflicting transactions. It implies it is probably a variation of proof of stake, for example, not related to it, a proof of authority. What it implies is you have no miners, but you have validators. And validators can only validate and verify transactions based on, well, certain credits given and receiving, well, certain authorities, certain privileges to perform actions on the blockchain. That's what I understand under proof of stake. Now, the details can be further hashed out, but reading this, well, to me, I'm going to call it a variation of proof of stake, but I will probably refer to it as proof of stake. And I immediately see here, because it's on screen, novel block lattice structure and delegated proof of stake voting. So yeah, okay, it's delegated proof of stake voting, but I'm going to say it's proof of stake voting. I'm going to open it up for the people here. Yeah, okay. I was hoping for some what to say, further introduction towards this consensus protocol. What does delegated proof of stake voting mean? Well, it's actually proof of stake. You have a variety of validators, but with delegated, it implies there's more trusted sources who do the validation. Who are those trusted voters? Well, no, or trusted validators? Well, depends a little bit on the setup of the system. Some refer to a central entity connected towards the project itself, like the developers. Others, who are the delegates or the validators within such a system, can be, well, old miners or people who have chosen to run a full node, etc. So it really depends a little bit on who the delegation here is. So minimal resource, no high power mining hardware. It's positive. It implies it's a less, I'm not going to say energy intensive, but a less costly means of validation. So that's good. Process high transaction throughput for each account. Meeting access issues and efficiencies on those on the system present arguments on how Nano is resistant to these forms of attack. So from what I can gather, there is no single blockchain which powers the Nano coin, but instead it exists out of a variety of individual blockchains which are going to be interlinked with each other. So to visualize it, probably best to visualize it as some web from a spider, where you have a variety of begin points, end points. Well, from those points on, those are the validators doing their stuff, but interconnected with each other in order to get a working whole. So that's probably how NanoCoin works. We'll get more into it. I'm going to naturally get myself introduced to the websites and articles that this coin has. So I'm going to look up nano.org and actually the Medium article. Generally, the Medium article, I know from experience, gives a little bit more detail about the about, but isn't as extensive generally as the own website. So I see here nano.org, English, that's fine. In that case, I do not need to put on the translations. Fast website, immediately up to date. Those are bonus points. Generally, I'm less stressful of websites, or you should actually be less stressful of websites with very bad editing, who do not load fast and well are a bit outdated. It implies the project is either dead or the developers well aren't really doing any effort. So this implies some activity keeping it up to date. Have to admit here, certain scams also have modern, up-to-date websites, nicely edited, etc., etc., etc. If that's the sole thing to attract investors, technically not worthwhile, but I've got the impression here it's decent, especially when I see here immediate referrals to various social media. So they introduce themselves: money for the modern world, get Nano, accept Nano, built on Nano. Makes money efficient for a more equal world, simply to pay with, easy to accept and open to all. So I can deduce they are establishing themselves as a fast payment service and well, in concurrence with Bitcoin itself. Feeless, so no transaction, eco-friendly. In the about from CoinGecko, it was mentioned it doesn't rely on mining like Ethereum or Bitcoin. So they are making use of delegated proof of stake consensus protocol. So they work with validators and have found a means to actually do the to do the validations and verifications not as energy intensive. So eco-friendly. It's really when you are introductionary video. I'm not going to put it on here. Time is scarce. Documentation, looking to get hands on running a node or built on top of the NANO network. As I expected, works with nodes, integration. I like seeing this one, the white paper. Why do I like to see the white paper? Well, a white paper, apart from giving a general overview on how a project works, having it immediately available and clear on your website is an indication the developers are somewhat open to criticism and to feedback. Finding it immediately on the website and seeing clear links, general indicates the project is quite solid and the developers are willing to share their findings, share their code. So I'm going to look it up. English. Original it was Rayblox, and now it became Nano, so it has had a revamp. Probably the reason why on this graph here that I saw high peak and then came crashing down up until January 2019 and afterwards became much more stable. Probably the reason to it. So the implementation of Bitcoin, growing shift from traditional government, background. Yeah, so the background is due to poor scalability, high latency. Average confirmation time is 164 minutes. I have to admit here, it's a little bit pulling hairs. By reason, most white papers or most projects which are incepted with the idea we're going to speed up transaction times when compared to Ethereum or blockchain do not really keep into account well, layer 2 solutions. Naturally, it's better if a crypto project has fast transaction times without making use of layer 2 solutions. In this case, for Bitcoin, layer 2 solution to speed up confirmation and transaction time would be the Lightning Network. Now, in this instance, okay, they might have a valid point. To me, it's a little bit stretching the truth. Power inefficient, consumes an estimated on average 200 apologies using on average 260 kilowatts an hour per transaction. It is energy intensive, but you must understand Bitcoin also uses proof of work consensus protocol. Call me a maximalist on Bitcoin, but the energy cost will justifies the high amount of security Bitcoin has. With that, I mean, okay, it is a mining intensive process, but proof of work, when compared to other consensus protocols, despite its high energy demand, is still the most robust against attacks when properly launched and properly introduced to the mainstream. So yeah, I'm not going to deconstruct it here. So alternative consensus protocol, okay. Reblock and first implemented published in 2013, making one of the first DAC cryptocurrencies, blah blah blah. That we know. The ledger, so it generally explains a little bit on how it works. So system overview, like I said, so you create a variety of accounts, but a little bit like a spider web, they are being interlinked. So for example, it's your smartphone, send, receive, etc. Can be tac. Genesis balance is a fixed quantity and can never be increased. That's how it works. So receive, repeat, observe, conflict, vote, confirm. Receive, repeat, observe, quorum. So yeah, it generally details on how it works. So I'm going to base myself here from the quick read and with my experience with cryptocurrency. Like I said, it works a little bit like a spider web. With the inception, its genesis, there was only one line that was created, the Genesis account on this matter. It's even written here, Genesis balance. So the amount of coins with which it started, so I'm assuming with each account, the bigger a network grows, well, the more coins are being introduced to the system. So what happened was, I hope I can share it a little bit here on screen. Oh, yeah, sorry, getting back to the website. I'm doing weird stuff here. Okay, so you had a simple line that occurred. For example, account A, we're going to assume this is the Genesis account. Yeah, no, it's going to be not going to use that one. So you had a simple line, I'm going to say, the Genesis account, which validates on its own transactions, etc. Then a secondary line, account B, is being created, introduces a new amount of coins towards the network, and both are being interconnected with additional lines. So in a certain sense, you might say it works with some paralines, from what I could tell. With paralines, I mean those are accounts or lines which run parallel to each other but are interlinked in order to perform, well, confirmations, validations, and verifications of transactions. That's actually what it is about here. That's, well, how it works. Anyway, I'm going to look up at the commentaries here. Well, Jacob, I'm going to respond to your question later on. I'm first going to explore a little bit the coin bit further. So account balance, sending from an account. So those are the code. Forks and voting can be interesting, but I know it implies result for program which is intent by the. Yeah, okay, so it works with representatives, so with full nodes establishing a quorum where people get to vote on. Okay. Tag vectors, blah 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 blah. I'm going to sign out of here. Here we go. It's not the original page. So that's concerning the white paper. So I like seeing this one. Those are bonus points. Latest news, March 18, 2021. As mentioned in the beginning of this video, I actually like to see news articles, something in the media. It might be anything, as long as I see that the community is thriving and there's active development and that there are things occurring. So see here latest news, 18th of March, 11th, 10. So it's less than a week old. Like seeing that implies active project. Now, recent DOS nano network attack and version 21.3 fixes. As promised, at the end of the video, I will get deeper into it. On that one, I was informed about it. Sadly enough, I wanted to learn more about it online, but anyway. March app update, Nano, not going to click on them. Technical updates mailing list, so you can get technical updates from the project. This once again underlines the openness of the developers. So for investment purposes, this makes it actually quite interesting. If you want to support the network, join up their mailing list. You also have a FAQ here. What is Nano? So once again, advantages, easy to use and feeless, eco-friendly, instant. Can I mine? Probably not. Reliance on mining, design decision which eliminates the unnecessary expenditure of energy and centralization forces mining activities cause. So yeah, in the white paper as explained, so you have a variety of accounts which verify one another. Simply put, you have an ICU. Use to complete complex captcha test in order to earn coins. So long-term goals. So yeah, that wraps it up the website. I'm going to see here. We're going to look up, can you get Nano with all currencies? Say up. All right, so that's an interactive page here where you are actually referred to various services and exchanges where you can get your hands on Nano, Varex, CoinGate, Chainly, Simplex, MoonPay, Swapzone, Bitcoin Swiss, MetalPay, generally small wise to go through an exchange. Bitvavo, it's a nice one. I see Tree where I'm present on. Actually, never heard about that one. CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap is being mentioned, but surprised to not see CoinGecko. Earn Nano, so you can earn Nano. Correct from Bit4Tip, I've seen them there. The Nano Faucet, that's another one. One more. Always a little bit curious. The transaction, no fees, green, start earning, Counter-Strike Go Nano tournament. So Counter-Strike gamers can earn Nano here. Just Cause 2, that's one of my favorite games. Quake also, nice. I might start gaming again and focusing less on cryptocurrency. No. Great. So yeah, they give you offers where you can earn Nano. Big bonus point. Exodus wallet, from what I can tell. Archium Atomic and Malt, okay. Try NANO.io paying. So yeah, everything is very nicely grouped together. Resources, of course, we're going to take a look at it. That's the block explorer. So what is a block explorer? Well, each blockchain, a blockchain, as mentioned as an explorer, is actually nothing more than a ledger which keeps all transactions being made on the network. So if you see block explorer and you have a wallet address or have made a transaction through the block explorer, you can research the entire blockchain and find everything you need to have. So, for example, if a friend says, "Yeah, I've got no Nano in my wallet," for example, and you've got his wallet address, type it right in, and you will see what all transactions to that wallet were. It's one of the strengths of blockchain technology. All coins, all crypto projects with their own native blockchain are capable of doing this. So white paper once again, online version in English, French, Deutsch, and Dutch. Documentation, Nano, integration guides, developer tools. So yeah, they are quite open, and all links are immediately available. Nice. Connect team. Always curious about the team. Not by reason that most things that I'm going to say, yeah, I know him from that and that project. As mentioned in other live streams, I'm very, 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 very bad with remembering names and, well, retaining names. But I like to see people, well, the team behind the project, especially like I noticed here, where they are being mentioned on which social media they are. I'm not going to click on it. This guy doesn't exist on the internet. Now, do I find this interesting? Well, it gives a sense of familiarity with the project. You can add faces to it, and it gives a certain amount of legitimacy. With that, I mean, well, you can actually research people and see what they are on about. Now, a lot of scam projects will probably also have a page where they say, yeah, these are our developers, this is our team, but will lack generally the highlights here, like the referrals to social media. Those are quite important to do your research before you invest in a coin. I'm not going to do it. Well, I'm going to do the founder and CEO here, being referred immediately. Naturally, I see him retweeting his own project, so it implies, yeah, he's a good one. LinkedIn profile. I'm not going to click on it because you will see my private one. Somewhere on GitHub, etc., etc. So, love seeing that one. Get Nano. So yeah, we went. Team forum, connect with us, just for the sake of it. Once again, all social media. Refer to the forum. Integration, other inquiries. So easily approachable. Second is their Medium page, recent DOS Nano network attack and version 2. So there was an attack, it's being fixed. Nano, March 10, regular updates from what I can tell. Not going to click on them, would be taking way too much time, and I'd like to keep these live streams a little bit short, but give people the general impression why something is good and will highlight some weaknesses, etc. Community tutorials, so yeah, quite extensive, quite a lot of material. Back to here, we're going to take a look at the communities. The page on Reddit, Twitter, Facebook, Telegram, Discord, chat, Bitcoin Talk. Let us begin. Just a quick overview, see which community is most active. This is quite nice seeing myself. Thank you, Reddit, I'm going to say. If you guys are watching, love the support there. So I'm available on Reddit right now. By ITO, Nano rewards. So I see the article. I need Nano in Coinbase. I agree. Coinbase should eagerly update the amount of coins they have available. So at the current rate, I'm also present on Coinbase. They shill shit coins and have a few decent ones, but not all too many. So the effort. Going to give it a little love for there, for the Nano community, because you guys voted en masse. Sell to best faucet sites. I believe that one. Appropriate date. Promote Nano. This wallet. All very, very recent, so implies a very active community. Bitcoin throttling that bandwidth. This is probably related towards the DOS attack that I saw. So few memes. Okay, that wraps it up for the Reddit community. Actually quite surprised to see my own post popping up there. Didn't know, everything spreads on the internet. Nano Twitter account, 112,700 followers approximately. 715, must include them, 130 following. Got a few friends following them. Bit for tip, I'm going to separate Yusuf Noor and Laila Halpern. Both are also two very solid persons. With Yusuf, I did an interview probably later on this week. Will be made available. I'll share it in my channel. Laila Halpern is quite renowned. Follow her too. Quite a solid girl when it comes down to cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. So Nano, mostly updates which they're giving. I can also tell. I quickly scroll through this, but as mentioned also in other episodes, I'm also quick peeking at the amount of likes, retweets, and commentaries. Why? Well, certain scam projects, for example, will have a high follow account, follow few people, in itself not all too bad, but I'm going to take the pin tweet here, have, for example, if they have this amount of followers, and only get 5 likes for a tweet which is a few days old, no retweets, and perhaps one commentary, that implies it is a false account who has bought followers and tries to hype it falsely. So there are no real followers, but mostly bots, which he uses to get some more credit. From what I can tell with this tweet, it's legitimate, especially concerning the amount of followers here. See it rising here, 19 hours ago, 123 likes, 27 retweets, 21. So it falls in the legitimate account. So that's a bonus point. Well, it becomes less likely, I have to say it in this way, it becomes less likely it's a scam that it is, and that it actually is a very solid project. So like I said, it's really looking at pointers and looking at certain details. They do some retweets. Facebook page, internet provider. Okay. I believe I was talking about cryptocurrency, but I know I've got my own page on Facebook. Sometimes they are a little bit weird. Fees, no waiting, sustainable, decentralized. So once again, Twitter, Reddit. Come on, guys. More likes on the Facebook page. Ultra fast. So once again, referrals. Also frequently updated, like seeing that one. So it implies that the social media manager is doing a very good job. So congrats. Don't know her name. I saw it passing by on the website, but good job. So I'm going to leave this one. Telegram channel. Apologies, I am a member of a variety of accounts. I'm quickly going to scroll through. So Telegram channel, quite active. Generally, I advise going to such an official Telegram account to have more private conversations. Going to close it once again. With developers and community members, it is a very direct way of interacting with the community. Good to do if you want some instant feedback, if you are a developer or a crypthusiast like myself who want more details. Telegram channels are great doing so and to remain in touch with the community. What I prefer is naturally a Discord channel, and seems there's a dead link. Hold on. Proving I'm not a robot. Can we go now? Yeah. There we go. Never mind. So yeah, Discord channels generally are my preferred method to get involved with a project. For the ones with a keen eye, yes, there was the Ravencoin. Associated with them, I have full trust in Ravencoin. Due to my Discord needing some updates, might take some time before. Oh no, I mean, okay, it went faster than expected. So you have the announcements, Ledger, testnet, beta support. So this is the main reason why I prefer a Discord channel to do a project analysis or to get involved with the community. You have the necessary hashtags and, well, how to say, organized discussions in order to discover more about the project. You can, well, you are more eagerly, losing my words here. No, you are far better to address the correct persons with your questions. So generally, NanoQuake, yeah, it's from the gaming, the faucet. Multiple languages, nice. So you're better to address the community through Discord by reason, well, as you can see with the various hashtags here, you can pose your questions and inquiries directly and correctly. Telegram channel isn't as good as Discord on that account. By reason, everyone's talking to each other, and before someone picks up, well, your answer might be 5 pages away. Here it remains nicely structured. So check out especially the Discord channel if you want to get involved. I'm not going to get deeper into it. I'm going to keep with the average, well, general information I received through the website, through CoinGecko, and from what I could quickly read from the white paper. This is on the Bitcoin forum. So initial post made February 29, 2016. Is this one still active? November 2020. I've got the impression by the amount of pages, not as active. Generally, Discord, etc., are the better means. So that wraps up a little bit about the community. Source code available on GitHub. Generally, it comes together with developer tools. Always taking a quick peek here. I'm not going to open up certain files, not going to download them by reason, well, that's mostly for developers. And myself, I only get later on into GitHub and download necessary files if I want to get more involved with the project. Just showing it here for all my viewers to indicate, well, it's available, people are free to develop and get involved. This is also a hot point for recognizing scam projects. By reason, they will not share their source code, they will not share development tools. By reason, well, mostly a cash grab. The reason that there's a source code or a reference to GitHub here makes it already a solid project, especially because I saw this picture already a few times. Same people are involved with the development, so makes it a solid project in all actuality. So quite happy to see that one. So I'm going to round up the technical analysis here. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to give you the roundup and answer questions from my viewers. See a lot of people here. So rounding it up, what can I say about Nano? Well, when it concerns its historical run, I wasn't as immediately convinced about it. Now, what I did notice is that its value tended to fluctuate around $1 in the time period between 2019 2020, and that it's now having an uptick, probably due to the current run. However, for this once, I'm not going to focus myself on the historical value, but I'm actually more focusing in on its surplus value due to its setup being, well, borderless, naturally, low energy consumption, but also, well, fast transactions and without transaction fees. Those are two or three very important parameters for future adaptation, for future adaptation into the mainstream, making it very solid project. I especially liked seeing there's a max cap available, not in the billions of coins, but in the millions of coins, making it very rare. Also, possibly, I haven't looked all that deep into it, make, well, a certain amount of scarcity. Now, the lower value when compared to other top currencies makes it not as interesting, possibly, to beginning investors, but from experience, I can tell there exists a variety of coins which are low value, but are very interesting and have a lot of potential future-wise. I dare say Nano currently is low value, but has tremendous potential future-wise. By, well, the aforementioned reasons on the website, transaction-less fees, fast network, etc., etc. So, I was going to answer questions here. So, how was Nano distributed if not by mining? Well, Nano, from what I could tell and what my colleague said, is being distributed by opening an account. So, to establish a validation node, you earn a certain amount of Nano, and, well, you can start using it and distributing it, making payments with it, etc., etc. Distribution, as mentioned on the website, can be done through a variety of faucets. It is also distributed through, I'm losing my what's here, damn it, sorry guys. Yeah, through a variety of faucets. You can earn Nano, like through Bit4Chip. You can earn it through gaming. So there are multiple ways to earn Nano, whereby it becomes more distributed alongside the community. So for that, I'm going to refer once again to their official website and simply click on the title, How to Get Nano. And from that point on, you can actually start earning it. Captcha faucets. I'm going to do this one. And here, Magnus Winter also explained was given away for free in exchange for Captcha solves. So this one refers once again to the how Nano was being distributed, and well, for free in exchange for Captcha solves, and naturally over a 2-year period. I'm going to put this one on. Well, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, quite solid, but I love seeing the mentioning of Ripple here. In all probability, I'm going to get a majority of votes here, but Ripple is a shit coin. Don't tell it, well, tell it further. I don't like them at all. They're on par with Tether, in my opinion. And Tether is probably one of the biggest scam coins there is. So Ripple, Tether, kill them. It's not really a faucet as such. First time. Which key points you analyze? Well, hope you watched the video and enjoyed it. Also, I made a promise to talk a little bit about the DOS attack that Nano suffered. Like I said, I preferred not to learn about projects themselves in advance, but in this case, with the very active community, I picked up news hit Herto. Basically, what was explained to me was there was some kind of distributed attack, a little bit like a DDoS attack. So one guy with a lot of nano coins, or yeah, coins, I'm not going to say tokens, with a lot of nano coins had an account, and through a bot made multiple accounts on the network. Now, what happened? He started transferring a lot of coins and started distributing them over those various false accounts. This will slow down transaction speeds. For confirmation, it was actually some kind of DDoS attack on the network itself. Now, Nano has fixed this. It was put available. I'm going to start resharing my screen here. Share Nano. It has been solved. I'm going to get back to their official website. By making use of some timestamps from what my colleague managed to tell. So I'm going to open up the article. So the issue is resolved and it functions as normally, so no longer you need to panic. DOS attack of dust accounts were created and submitted into the Nano network. So those are the false accounts. A resource exhaustion attack aimed at denying service to users partially or entirely by filling network accounts and transaction volume. So a certain DDoS attack occurred. They made an update which mitigated performance impact from number of accounts. So okay, so a synchronization process will be resolved without being started. An upgrade. There was, yeah, they actually, to resolve this issue, to resolve this issue, they implemented timestamping, and they implemented an additional layer of verification whereby no dust accounts are no longer being created, can be created en masse, which actually puts in a certain barrier for false accounts. It's some kind of layer solution, I dare say, which prevents DDoS attacks from ever occurring once again. So that's where it basically boils down to it. Stop sharing. If I made a mistake here, simply put it in the comments. So yeah, another question. So yeah, put it in the comments and I'll try to answer it and correct it. So what do you think a less popular coin like Nano has to do to gain more mainstream recognition? Technology seems so promising. Well, most projects need to grow naturally. What Nano needs to do is become slightly more aggressive in their approach. With that, I'm not meaning spam boards and invade other communities. No, certain projects simply need to grow. I'm going to refer once again to Bitcoin. Upon inception, well, it was quite obvious the technology was new, but it was founded on something solid, but it needed time to develop and to grow. And that's something you cannot easily push, and this is going to be the case with Nano. In itself, it's only 4 to 5 years old. Bitcoin was launched somewhere 2009, 2010. Um, in 2012, 2013, it had established some value, but most said, yeah, it's still low and there's a lot of problems, etc., etc. And its big rise only came in 2017, so there's a time span of several years going on. The same will probably be occurring with Nano. It still has a few issues to resolve. The DDoS attack, which occurred, which I just spoke about, is one of those beginning flaws, I'm going to say. So it needs time to mature. It will probably not be within this year, but I might say within the span of 4 to 5 years, the network might grow bigger and bigger, more important and important, as it has faced more challenges. So it really is a matter of time and resilience of the developers and, well, the community. So that's how Nano should grow. Let it grow naturally. From what I could tell with the community, keep that work up, and I'm pretty sure within a decent time frame, it will get some major mainstream recognition. Um Me, more or less, I'm convinced. I'm going to say I'll probably make it part of my portfolio, future-wise. So, yeah, it's promising. That's all I can tell. Just let it mature naturally. So if there are no other questions remaining, I'm going to wrap up this live stream. Thank you guys. Thank you all for well, the active interaction here in chat, for having watched this episode. You can support me by naturally buying the Crypto Bull course, or just looking, well, at the variety of videos I put out, giving me feedback. I have 3 live streams. This one, the Crypto Bull. I have another one with a guy named Abu American called Blockchain Bros. That's more general about cryptocurrency. And I have also a Dutch live stream, which is called Crypthusiast. That's with a co-host, Crypto België. It's Dutch spoken. It's more nationwide, well, national for Belgium, because I'm a Belgian, not natively English. So once again, thank you guys. Hope seeing you in one of the next films. Thanks once again for the tremendous amount of votes received, and well, until next time.